every man hides some part of their existence, some part of their life, some part of their personality. But if you continually hide that, eventually it's going to start to run you. Whatever we avoid will start to come up at inconvenient times. So one of the times that I thought I was being really tough. I thought I was helping look after my dad, and because I worked from home, I spent a lot of time with him. So there was a lot of things going on with his health that I wasn't telling anybody else. I thought I'm a tough guy. I can just plow through it. And it wasn't until actually my body gave up on me. I actually nearly passed out. Thankfully, never passed out before. Never been knocked out either. Touch wood. But my body just gave up. So I thought I was being tough, and I thought I could do it all alone and didn't need to ask for help or show vulnerability. But that, living my life that way and hiding that part of me, actually blew up in my face. I ended up on a heart monitor for 45 minutes and x-rays to see if my heart was swelling, all sorts of fucking mad procedures, all because I thought I could do everything by myself. And it was probably down to the persona that I had always. I never thought I was playing a persona, like the prove it guy and the superhuman. All of that came from, that's how I felt. And I still feel now that I can help you prove to yourself that you can achieve amazing things. And I can help you feel superhuman around people. Like when people around you are always complaining about pain and stress, and because of the things that I do day in, day out, I never really felt that way. Turns out I was stressed to the fucking gills, but I didn't know that at the time. Everything I was doing was creating a good enough balance that I was just, my head was just above water. And because my head was above the water, I didn't really notice. I wasn't even having dips. I was really fighting, but then eventually I ran out of energy and just completely sank. So I wanted to talk today about your shadow. It's not your weakness, it's your teacher. So when you do shadow work, you have to look at the depths of yourself. You have to look at what you're hiding from other people, what you're hiding from yourself. And don't think of it like something that is bad. Think of it as something that can teach you. So why did I feel I needed to take on as much of the pressure as possible? And it was because there's somewhere in me that wants me to be the rock, to be the protector. So if I had to ask for help, then I can't really be a protector, can I? So then that doesn't fucking work. But it turns out you can't pour from an empty cup, which is something I've probably said 1,000 times and never actually took it on board. You can still be the protector and the rock. You just have other protectors and rocks stepping in and intertwining and helping. So like everything, repressed anger, insecurity, control, it holds energy. So when you are frustrated, like I was very frustrated back then, that holds energy. And if that's holding energy, it's taking away energy from everything else that I want to do and achieve in my life. So whatever you are hiding from, there's still energy there. If it's past relationships, past troubles that you've had, if you hold on to that and you don't actually deal with it, it's still taking energy. So that energy is just wasted. It's like the hole in the bucket. So rather than deal with the hole in the bucket, we just keep topping it up with more water. If you dealt with the hole, you wouldn't have to worry about that. So start thinking about what it is, like what you deny controls you. So you either face it out of choice, or you do what I did and you let it fucking blow up in your face, and then you've no choice but to face it, but you're not in the strongest position to do it. So another example just popped in there was I was PTing, and the client I was PTing had been away for a few weeks. So they hadn't, for various reasons, they hadn't been training. So then about 45 minutes into the session, I didn't know they weren't sleeping, so I just treated the session as if they had just missed 3. So it was a pretty hard session. About 45 minutes in, they felt a wee bit lightheaded and took a seat. And then I explained to them that the position they're in now, we could force the next 15 minutes, and you're at the threshold here, you could go past it and then maybe pass out, maybe get more lightheaded and maybe throw up, but you get the work done. But your recovery would take the rest of the day, maybe till tomorrow, before you feel back to your normal self. Whereas you feel like shit now, you have a 5-minute rest, you'll feel good, you'll recover, and then you can work on. Or you can just stop here and own the amount of work that you put in, which was a good amount of work, own it, and then move on. Your recovery then will take like an hour. You'll go home, you'll eat, have a wee rest, you'll feel better about yourself. So the little push that they could have done if they were on their own would have fucked them over for the next 24 hours. Whereas listening to their mentor and stopping where they had still done great, to stopping there and taking ownership. So in the past, old PT Liam would have been like, just fuck up and do it. Do it till you're sick, and then go home and think about your actions. And don't miss 3 weeks in a row again, otherwise you'll be sick again. Because again, that was just the way I was trained. You didn't stop, you just kept going until the job was done. So this way now, you're taking ownership. So he was able to take ownership of his training and go, right, fuck, you're right, I did quite good. I know I'm meant to be here an hour, but I've done the 45 and I've done good, and I'll just take that and I'll go home and I'll be proud of myself for what I've achieved. And I'll know for the future what it feels like and how to pace myself a little bit better. So what you deny controls you. You either face it or you don't. If he didn't face that and didn't tell me, he would have kept going, and then it would have got even more lightheaded, got sick, whatever. But because he faced it, he faced how he was actually feeling in the moment. He didn't care well, he knew it wouldn't, but it didn't come into his mind that I would shoot him down and be like, fucking man up here, go and do it. So face whatever it is. Make the choice to face it rather than waiting for it to hit you and then you have to face it. And then your truth equals real power. So not performance, not posturing, just raw, honest clarity. So one of the core pillars is truth in the warrior path. The core pillar is truth. So being truthful and honest with yourself, how you feel day to day, like maybe check in. If you're going through some shit, then check in more than day to day. But minimum day to day, like check in. I journal every night, and like if I open my journal, I can look at any page, any date, and know how my day was by the first line. So checking in with yourself and being honest. Like, are you having a good day? Are you having a bad day? Do you need to make changes so that this doesn't turn into a bad week, a bad month, and then you end up doing what most people do? We still have to do all the shit. We still have to go to work. We still have to go to like appointments. You still have to do shit you don't really want to do that aren't elevating you. So then you give up the gym because it's something you have control over. You give up a meet that you have with someone because it's like a meetup, because it's something that you have control over. We end up giving up going out in nature. We give up all the things that actually elevate us because we have control over them. We don't have control over the work or the school meeting or the fucking whatever boss meeting, whatever the bullshit is that actually is helping bring us down, because we've no control. Whereas when you check in every day, then you can go to yourself, fuck right, I need to go and just walk in the forest for the next hour and settle myself. Because you're checking in, you can catch yourself slipping quicker. And then when you catch yourself, you can switch up whatever it is that you're doing. So the challenge this week, if you are... I was going to go into, what was that movie? Challenge, if you will, to accept it. Mission Impossible, maybe? Here's a wee challenge for you. So write the shadow letter. So write one page to the part of you that you've been avoiding. So if you've been avoiding hard conversations, if you've been avoiding the gym, if you've been avoiding eating healthy, going to bed early, whatever it is, and just ask yourself, what does he feel? What does he want? What is he afraid of? You don't have to post this. You just write it, read it, face it. Then whenever you're ready to get rid of it, just burn it. And it's a symbolic gesture just to get rid of it. So the shadow letter. So write the letter, and then how does that version of you feel? What does that version of you want? What is that version of you afraid of? Be open and honest with yourself. And then the more open and honest you are with yourself, the more you can lead yourself towards goals that you actually want to achieve, which means then you can lead the people around you to help them towards their goals. If you want to reach out to me about the letter, then feel free to do that. I'm happy to assist in any way that I can. Until the next time, have a super awesome day, whatever you get up to, and I'll speak to you again soon.